Tay marker, the Valet review, guys. Let's get right. Let's talk movies. Action. You know what, Angela? If someone told me that this movie from this poster right here was going to be a hit film, was really going to be a very, very good film out of this take here, I would have told you that you are dead wrong. This movie's not going to be good from the beginning, from the get-go. Not has anything to do with the actresses here, but has everything to do with the poster, the story synopsis here. I would have told you it was dead wrong, right?
And you were wrong.
I was wrong. Yeah, I would have said you are dead wrong. This ain't going to be a good film. It's just going to be a cheesy rom-com, and it's maybe will interest me. But yeah, let's get right to it, guys. Hope you're ready for these comments. It's because it's coming. It's coming hot and ready. Let's get right started, guys. Let's get started. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan, Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk for movie fans, guys who bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is our review of The Valet, which is a French film remake. The Valet tells a story of a movie star enlists a parking valet at a Beverly Hills restaurant to pose as her lover to cover her relationship with a married man. Ooh, spicy. Spicy, may I at least say, no pun intended here. I didn't expect to walk out of this movie the way I did, to have that same emotional grasp in this movie. I was very surprised here. I was so surprised in a good, flattering, charming way. I just wanted more out of this movie, and it's such a beautiful concept here. The story is bland. It's a very bland story. It's not really like a huge Oscar story here or anything like that. No, and nothing to do with the creative team. But this is a proven story to where an actor and actress really just come together and really put that heritage, and just the creators behind it put that heritage into a movie and really change the whole philosophy of the story here and make us care about these characters. What do you think of this movie, Angela, right off the bat?
So looking at the poster, I didn't have high hopes.
Right?
I really didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It looks so cheesy. I do not like majority of rom-coms. They are one of my least favorite.
And I love them.
Genres.
She doesn't. I love them. I don't. We're the opposite.
Very select few rom-coms that I really like, and I will rewatch them because I like them. But I'm very particular. So when I kind of got the gist of the plot, I was like, oh no. Saw the poster. Oh no. So I didn't have high hopes. But looking into it, I was pleasantly surprised at how things unfolded. I felt very, I don't want to say nostalgic, but it hit home as far as some cultural aspects. Definitely. It is a lot of Hispanic culture in there, just family in general. I really loved how you fall in love with the main character and his family, and it's just so heartwarming to see how that's a bigger message. You have to surround yourself with those you love, and even though you don't have much, you have those you love around you, and that's I think the bigger take of it. And I really
huge take out of there.
Of all of what had happened, I really like that takeaway from this film. That it's more to life than just fame and wealth. You surround yourself with people you love, friends and family. And I was pleasantly surprised how the plot wasn't cut and dry, like cookie cutter rom-com. Predictable. There was definitely times where it was like, oh, okay, straight off the bat, it's this guy, he's hired to pretend to be a boyfriend so a lady can continue to have an affair, a movie star can continue to have an affair, and that's interesting. It's a very different take on it. And I really liked it. And I think they did a really good cast of the actress and the polar opposite of the valet driver. Not just the two socioeconomic backgrounds, but personality wise, heritage wise, cultural wise, even just age wise.
So here's the age difference here, right? So the girls, Samara, she's actually our age. So she's born in 1992. She's a 92 baby, just like us. So she's our age. Versus, we see Eugenio Derbez, and it's dude, he is so good. He really carries this movie so much. He's come a long way. The last movie we saw him in, of course, was a huge part. He took a really good huge part, I would say. Of course, he wasn't a lead. He was good supporting role in the film Coda, which won an Oscar and everything. So that was so much Oscar recognition there. He right out the bat, he came back, when you have an Oscar movie or when you performed in an Oscar film and you're a supporting role for that, it's just beautiful. It's amazing because it's like, dude, you have that momentum going. And he talked about in his interview, you know, this script that they worked on, that they kept working on. If I'm not mistaken, it took about 5 years to really work on this script that they were interviewing him. And it showed like he wanted to show the middle class, the working class. He wanted to show, you know, this is a movie for everybody, but this is especially a movie for the Latinos, for the Latinas, for the working class people, you know, and especially in California, you know, just the working class individuals that are just giving hope, giving that momentum of just like anything is possible when you set your mind to it and you're at the right place, the right time for certain situations like this one here, right place, right time. Again, when you talked about personalities, I love the personalities of every single Valet person. It was straight so to the teeth. Like it just felt so at home.
Friends, family, just how they're like chumming it with each other on the job. Like it's so funny. Yeah. Even like his interactions with his immediate family, his mom, his sister, his brother-in-law. It's just so funny.
That whole aspect of them being in a small apartment, living together is literally, because that's not really a spoiler. That's the point of the movie, right? It's just really just showing that is so authentic. It really is, and just showing the grandma and mama, just showing her really what like it just. Everything hit home for me, and it really hit home, especially because it reminded me so much about my grandmother a lot. And all those sayings, everything, it just fit. It hit home, man. It hit home really hard, in a good way, you know. Of course, it was so authentic. I feel like they did the research here. Eugenio really came in here. Eugenio really came in here and just changed it all up and really showed the whole Hispanic heritage here, Mexican heritage here. And I love even the food, man. The food was so authentic. The dancing was authentic. I mean, everything about this movie, you could say it was cheesy, right? Because this movie, let's be honest, it's cheesy. But this is one of those movies where it was a damn good cheesy film, guys. And it's going to be on Hulu this coming Friday, May 20th. I mean, it's going to be a really good movie. We do recommend this here. And going on and on about this movie, it just, I enjoy it. I'm going to watch it again and again and again probably. And this really showed so much about different heritages here too, like different cultures, because the woman and the man, like different cultures, different generations here,
even different upbringings. Like I know exactly like a main takeaway is being with family, and you see that as the actress, not a spoiler, she didn't grow up close to her family, and you see how she reacts to seeing Eugenio with his family and being warm and friendly together and just being there supporting each other. And you see that difference, and you see kind of that add to her character arc a little bit, because she's seen as this cold woman who's having an affair knowingly with this man who has a wife, and at first you just don't like at first you're just like, oh, this you're calling names. I don't sympathize with her because she knows what she's doing. And the movie does take a toll on itself, and without going, because we're not gonna mention any more spoilers, but with that being said and everything, there's so much character development in each of these characters. I would say that really shapes the movie, and it really hits home once again. I'm saying it because this movie, again, if you would have told me this movie was going to be as good as I'm thinking it is right now, in my mind, in my soul, in my heritage, I mean, dude, this movie is such a heartwarming film. We do recommend it, guys, especially at a time we're living at right now when there's so much, there's so much crime, and there's so much hatred in the world. This movie belongs to us. This movie is for us. This movie is for the Latinos, for the Latinas. This movie is for human beings right here, guys. And I'm gonna say that for right there because it really is. It really hit home there. Was this a film that we deserve? I'm gonna say yes. Hell yes. I would say yes, just because I love the message. Like, definitely, you could have all the money in the world, but it doesn't replace like family and friends and the feeling you get of like being or taking control of your own destiny and like creating your own happiness. I really like that message. So yes, I do think it's a film you deserve.
Definitely. Ratings, Angela. Ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. Now, I know you don't like cheesy rom-coms, and it's not your cup of tea here, but it is my cup of tea here. And this movie's runtime, I believe it's about 2 hours. I want to say a little over 2 hours. It doesn't really have the runtime yet on here, but it's about, I want to say around 2 hours because I remember watching it. The runtime for me, it didn't feel like it. Which is weird because rom-coms are usually not that long. They're usually like an hour, 45 minutes.
So this was a little bit longer than typical rom-coms.
But it didn't feel like it.
It didn't because it did want to like complete the story. They had things to tell, and I liked how the ending wasn't your stereotypical like rom-com. It was a little different, which I really liked.
Really good different.
Again, I think that's why I don't like rom-coms, because it's the same formula. It really is, if you notice.
No, it's not. No,
but
it's not.
I don't like it.
Liar.
And most of it, like I said, most rom-coms, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. But for this one, because it did have that different edge, it was just so funny in general. I really liked it, to be honest. I really did. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
Rating?
I'll give this a 7.5.
Dang, 7.5. Okay, all right. This film, once again, it hit home. I'm gonna say that over and over again. The heritage, the whole Mexican arc. I loved it all so much, and to see it on screen, the Puerto Ricans in here as well, just Latino and Latinas. It showed so much of how, when all comes worst to worst, when you're on the rock bottom, you still got familia, and you still got your siblings, your primos, your primas,
friends.
You still tios and tias, your grandma and grandpa. You still have your family no matter what in the end. And it really showed that message here a lot. And I love that because, it showed how much everything cost and how little he made and all this stuff, and it really symbolized so much of the working class, the valet. He even invited everyone in the red carpet, the actor himself, all the valet people that actually worked that night, or he knew, or have worked at a hotel. He invited them to watch the movie and to screen it for them and have them walk in the valet, and just the whole symbolism in here. This movie made me cry. This movie made me give me hope for Latinos and Latinas in the movie community itself, because a lot of them we see that are older age. Diego Luna, Oscar Isaac, we see them a lot that are older age, and it's like even you mentioned too oh my gosh, said that he had a struggle time finding an acting
John
career.
Leguizamo.
Yeah, John Leguizamo. So like in such, it's like there's growing community, and there's a growing we're growing as human beings here, and when it comes down to it, diversity all the way. But it's a very bland story, cheesy story, but it's a good cheesy. I'm gonna have to give this a solid 9, guys. Solid 9 out of 10. And I'm very surprised because I'm very picky with comedies. I'm very picky, and I was laughing my ass off in this movie.
I think you're less picky with rom-coms because of that romance aspect of it, but like straight up comedies, you're like
straight up comedies. Picky. I'm very picky when it comes to rom-coms. I'm like less picky. I'm a little bit more. I grade it a little bit higher. I would say that. Yeah, definitely.
Super picky with rom-coms. If there's one thing you don't know about me.
But
definitely. I enjoy this. I think this is also a great film just for like literally anybody, because
it gives hope, man. It really does.
It does. It's like you see, even if like, because we're middle class obviously, but it just gives you that hope that you can have all the money in the world, but in the end, it's really who you call family that's there for you, and that's all that matters in the end.
Exactly. I could not say it better myself. If we could buy this movie, because it's going to be only on Hulu, I know I would buy this movie in a heartbeat. I would buy it on streaming service, on iTunes. If I could buy this movie and just download it digitally, I'm going to do that in a heartbeat, because this movie, I'm probably going to watch it nonstop. I know we're going to watch it. Probably going to watch it on the cruise. It's going to be one of our favorite films. It's such a good film, man. I recommend it.
It's funny.
It's funny. So funny. It gets you laughing. It's really going to make you laugh. And if you watch this movie, you say you did not laugh, you are a liar, sir. Or miss. You are lying. You are lying through your thick teeth, because I guarantee you're going to laugh at one of these jokes, because I was laughing, and I'm very picky. But he's very picky.
He's like, picky. Most of the time, he's like, oh my gosh, cheesy.
I'm like, what?
Cheesy.
This 5-cent joke again? Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making us a part of your day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Check you later, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
Amanda, that Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Thank you so much. And check out our other videos down below. Check you later. Peace.